Okay. Hello, Mr. Dan. Mr.
Hello.
DanWrap.
Yes,
How are you?
I'm alright for
Yeah,
now.
doing I.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
so let's get you off started simple, shall we?
yeah,
Yeah, always start
sure.
simple. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, as everyone probably knows by now,
He's
I'm
a
I'm a
veggie
Dutch
wrap.
guy from Belgium. No, I'm not a veggie wrap. I have plenty of meat. I would like to prove it, but you will get banned from Twitch, and we don't want that.
I mean, DMs are a thing.
Maybe later. But look for them DMs, maybe.
I'd rather
Nah,
not,
but
but yeah.
I I do the occasional streams.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays a little bit less than I used to, but I'm trying to get back on the grind. Um,
Well, a little
I
bit
play a
less.
lot of games, like just whatever I feel like playing. That's what I play. Not
Yeah.
really anything specific.
If he's got a free spare minute and he sees me, oh, he's playing Minecraft. Let's go fuck with him.
Maybe. Yeah, but that's basically it actually.
What
Like
what 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 games
nothing
have you
much.
been
Oh.
streaming a lot recently?
I've been enjoying Rogue Company a lot
Mm.
last couple weeks. Used to be big into Tarkov, but got kinda bored of it
Yeah,
some way.
yeah.
I mean, if there's a new wipe, I'll probably play it again.
I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Tarkov. Tarkov, I loved it when I first got into it, but it's just so frustrating, and there's
In which
so
way?
much metagaming
Yeah,
involved
that's
that it just like, as you know, I don't sweat games, so Tarkov is like a game that I should not be playing. I did enjoy it back when I was playing it, but it's a really frustrating game, and like
yeah,
it's
it's a big grind.
its development cycle is a bit has had a really big, like, it's been, there's been highs and there's been lows, but especially since the Twitch drops happened, there was a massive influx in the Tarkov community, but
Yeah, yeah.
it also brought in so much toxicity. Like before the whole Twitch drop, I'm not blaming it on the Twitch drops. I'm just saying that gave it a huge boost in popularity and brought it into like the mainstream light. Um, and with it followed a hell of a lot of toxicity that you see in most mainstream games.
I mean, I think the toxicity is kind of okay for now. It's just like the occasional people camping in a
I
map,
mean,
like
you
extra
got into
camping.
Tarkov pretty late, so I'd argue that's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
you didn't know what it was like before that whole thing happened. But
So would you say it's gotten better than before then?
what do you
Because
mean?
I don't really had a big trouble with toxicity in the game through my experience. So maybe it's been better now since like
You don't stream it too much, do you?
well, not anymore. Like I
Yeah,
used to play it for like a couple months straight.
yeah. Especially like uh, starting off streamers don't really get too much. Like obviously I don't stream Tarkov because I stopped playing it like way back when. But
Yeah.
um, I do watch. I still to this day do watch some Escape from Tarkov streamers that are from anywhere from like shit tier. And I'm not dissing anyone. I'm just saying like pleb tier to mid to big streamers. I don't watch too much of big streamers, but like getting up there in like the 500 some viewers.
Who do you watch that's like a little bit bigger in the Tarkov community?
Uh, wow. Depends what you define as watch.
I mean, just like occasionally pop in and out or whatever.
I'd say that's like Sensei Scav. He's always a solid one to pop in on. He gets a good steady like what I want to say 80 to 100, like anywhere from 50 to 100 people in any
Nice.
one stream. He's gotten a lot bigger since the whole Tarkov shit popped off. But yeah, anyway, you don't stream Escape from Tarkov too much anymore.
No,
What
no.
other games have you kind of replaced it with?
Well, I used to play a lot of Valorant as well, but that game also got kind of boring after a while. So now it's more like Among Us, Rogue Company,
Mm.
occasional Minecraft.
So the problem I have with Valorant, right? Um, I just the reason it got boring for me at least. Like that, you tell me what you think after, but um, the reason it got boring for me is because they tweaked a few things and it just like the game wasn't too bad balancing wise. It had some things that did needed a little tweak here and there, but generally I
Yeah.
thought, especially since like beta, none of it was like overpowered or broken. But they did some tweaks that just didn't make sense, and they're not keeping it fresh enough for a game like that to survive. There's not a shit ton of new exciting things apart from look at this $30 gun skin.
They do have some pretty cool skins though, I'm not gonna lie.
Some of them are cool, but
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, this is what we're doing to keep the game fresh. Okay.
The only thing they recently added is a new map, which I've only looked in it in a custom game.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking weird. It's like levels up and down, and you can ride zip lines and stuff. It's all over the place.
They're trying to get in on that rogue company shit.
Yeah, basically.
Mm.
I mean, it
Well,
just got so repetitive.
why did you lose interest?
Yeah,
In
it got
Valorant?
very repetitive because you always go against the same meta characters
Mm.
and the same maps. Like, but like some maps, I really don't like to play, and I get them every time. It's just so demotivating to play. If they had a map pool system that you can select your own maps, that would have been way better for me.
Hmm.
That's one thing at least.
Yeah, I don't. Mm. That could, because that I know that's a really big feature. Still to this day, a lot of people on CS:GO really love that tool, but
Yeah,
because
definitely.
when I played a lot of Counter Strike with the boys, uh, there was one guy. If we were playing with this one guy, great dude, but he only plays CS:GO, only will ever. Um, and he would only ever play Dust 2. If you were playing
Oh,
with
I
him, you
hate
were
that map.
only playing Dust 2.
Oh no, that's like
So
one of the maps
if
I
he was
hate.
like, if he hit you up or you joined in the lobby with him, you know you were gonna play Dust 2.
I mean, it's fine to play it every now and then, but it's not my favorite map. Not even in my top 5, I'd say.
I liked it. It wasn't a bad map.
About CS:GO, I still like to play CS:GO. I used to play it a shitload on my
I
previous laptop when I had like 15
yeah.
FPS. I was very shit, but I enjoyed it a lot. But now, all I do is really I just
I like it a lot.
play for the memes.
I mean, I'll see what games I can uninstall to reinstall CS:GO, and we can have some CS:GO games at some point.
Sure, I'll be
Um,
down.
if you want, yeah. Because I haven't played it in forever. I'd be down to see how bad my aim's gotten. Because I used to pop off with my little orb.
I mean, it should be fine because you played some other shooters as well in the
I
meantime.
mean, yeah, but like, especially recently, I've been playing a lot of different shooters with different
Yeah,
shooting mechanics and different gunplay. So my aim's been all over the place at the minute. Um, But yeah, anyway, tell us a bit more about your Twitch channels, not just the games you play. What it's all about, like what your focus is on.
I mean, initially, I just wanted to start a Twitch channel to show my experience with a decent PC, well, laptop. Because I used to play a lot of games with a very, very shit laptop, like a
Yeah,
Dell Office laptop, one you use for only PowerPoint and
nice.
stuff. So it couldn't handle games very well.
Yeah,
Like I could only install CS:GO and maybe Dead by Daylight, but that's about it.
the occasional
So
Dead by Daylight game.
yeah, I don't play that much anymore.
No, neither
Either Dead
do
by
I.
Daylight.
We kind of sort of
Uh,
quit that game at the same time.
yeah,
There was a period of like a week or two where you were still playing it a lot, and I was playing a few new games, and you were like, "Hey, come play," and I was like, "Alright, I'll do like 2 games," but then you stopped as well.
I just got so angry with that game every single time. I mean, you know
I
me a
just
little
sort
bit
of
by
well,
now.
we played a shit ton together, and we hit
Yeah,
rank 4 without even trying.
yeah, true.
So that's what kind of killed it for me. It's just like, well, you got to like the top 20% of players without even trying. I don't know if it's the top 20. I'm speaking out of my ass right now, but that's like it's a safe estimate top 35% of players, right? Without even
Yeah, something like
trying.
that.
That just kind of kills it for me. Like, yeah, there's some games where that would still be enjoyable, but at that point you're either getting fucked or fucking. There's no
Yeah.
in between. It doesn't get interesting.
I mean, there was a period where I would wake up and was like, "Oh yes, I can play some more Dead by Daylight now. I'm gonna
I've got
play it for
time enough
5 hours
for one
straight."
more game.
Then I don't know. It just I get
Yeah,
angry at the game sometimes. Like many games. Like the past couple of weeks, I started streaming some games.
yeah,
Like let's say Raw Company, for an example.
yeah.
And I played 2 games and just rage quit my stream because I was getting so angry and I didn't want to be on stream at that time. I just didn't
Oh,
feel
yikes.
comfortable
Mm,
putting myself out there while being in that state of mind.
mm. I don't really get pissed off on stream. I know I've gotten pissed off on stream, like to the extent where I'd consider stopping the stream. I think I've got there once, and even then I was just like, right, no, just give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go for a cigarette, like cool down, um, and come back.
Yeah. But I mean, you stream like 8, 10, 12, 14, 20 hours at a time sometimes, which at this point, I can't do.
Hmm. Not
I
about
mean,
the
I'll
amount.
still play games off stream, but
It's
I
not
just
it's
can't
not
stream
about the
for that
time
long.
though. It's about
I
the quality and like keeping it consistent.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
claiming to have a quality stream here. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, it's right.
especially these days, it's a lot of people, even like really small streamers, have a really professional looking stream. That's not what's gonna set you apart. Like, say
No,
6 years back, yeah, if you had a professional looking stream, you could expect people to stick around and like grow that way. But these days, nah, that don't get you nowhere.
no, it's all about the quality and morely the personality of the streamer.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, I think if I want to grow on Twitch, I kinda need to make the switch to playing with a face cam at some point, because people
It's
like
not.
to see the expressions on people's face when they do stuff as well.
It's
I mean,
not about needing a webcam, my dude. And let me be the first to tell you that. It's definitely not anything to do with webcam. Yes, some people will stay if you have a webcam, and like depending on what you're doing, some will leave if you don't have a webcam. But
yeah,
for a grand majority of the people, it's not a deal breaker. as long as you can convey emotions in a sensible manner, in a sensible manner, as long as you can convey the emotions and like the energy that you're feeling in that moment in your voice, then it's like the webcam's not really a necessity.
No, but I mean, I'm a very introverted kind of person. Always been. I mean, Twitch has helped me a lot to like come out of my shell in
I
some way.
noticed I noticed that when you came on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's,
I'm not good for talking.
yeah, it's the
But
only
yeah,
time I've really seen you be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna sit here and listen."
I mean, I still had a good time though. That's the thing. Like, I don't mind being put
I'm
on the
glad to
background and
hear it.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I'm glad to hear it. But yeah, we're gonna have to get you back on and actually poke at you. Like, done. Come on. Especially
Just
now we're
force me
doing
to
the
talk.
remodel. Like, especially now we're going through a remodel. That's why there hasn't been any new episodes recently. But anyway, that's besides the point. Listen to the podcast if you haven't. Shameless plug there. It's the only ones
Follow
I'll
on
do
Spotify.
because like it's not just my project. Like I'm doing it with other people, so I feel
Yeah.
alright doing that sometimes. So, we've spoken a little bit about yourself, a little bit about what your stream is all about and the
Hmm.
games you play. What games or what kind of games do you find them most fun to stream?
I like the more creative games, but I don't have enough of them. Like, I just find myself going back to the old same games over again, like all the shooter kind of games.
Yeah,
Just it's not because there is a lack of games out there, but I just don't want to play some kind of games that are available right now.
yeah.
And also, I I think that if I stream those games, it won't be that entertaining.
I mean,
But I know that's the wrong mindset to have because I have
yeah.
to make it entertaining.
No,
That's like my
no.
job to do.
Well, yes and no. So yes, it's a stream and like the original intent behind the stream. A lot of the streams is to entertain people, but
Yeah,
your role as a streamer isn't. Yes, it's pleasing the audience, but it's your audience, and if it's something you enjoy doing, then
yeah. I mean, I won't
you
stream
do it
anything
your
that I
way.
don't enjoy doing,
Like,
of course.
what kind of games do you mean by creative games?
I don't know, like Minecraft and Rust, like games that don't always go the same way. Like you have CS:GO and Valorant is always, oh yeah, it's this. You have to do this. You have to
Yeah,
go to this objective. But I just like the sandbox, free roam,
yeah,
like build shit kind of games.
Pilch. Yeah,
I mean, Among Us has been a very fun game for me to play.
yeah.
I really enjoyed that one, even though it's so simplistic. Even my dad is into Among Us right now.
Oh god. Among Us stream
Yeah.
with Dan's dad.
Imagine, maybe.
um, but yeah, no, it's like that's like kind of a good point to convey the message I was going for. Is look at artists when they stream, when they stream doing art, right? They're
Yeah,
not always speaking. They're not always making it entertaining, because people are
true.
there to watch like them make art. Obviously, yes, part of those streams is the artist and the artist's personality, but most people are gonna watch an art stream to see what the artist comes up with or creates.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the creative intent behind it. So if you're playing, say, uh, I mean, like just earlier today, I went through the Henry Stickmin collection in 8 hours. Right, first playthrough. Um, and that my goal was literally just to go in, see what's going on, and then I decided, right, I'm just gonna go and like get everything in the game. Um, and I only decided that like halfway through because I was enjoying the game, and like it sort of put up a little bit of a challenge. But that's what I wanted to do, so I did that, and well, I mean, I didn't get the odd 10 viewers when I'm doing something else, but that's not the reason why I was doing it. I was doing it because I wanted to, and it's my stream. Oh, Dan, how you doing, Mukul? While we're having Dan's having technical difficulties. Oh, there he goes. Oh, hello, Dan. Oh, yeah, it's saying it's failed.
For fuck's
Oh, there we
sake.
go. Ah,
Oh,
it's Discord. Discord was having issues there. Okay,
oh, okay. I thought it
we're
was my
back.
end. But you were talking about the Henry Stickmin collection.
Yeah, so I went through the game in about 8 hours, collected everything, got all the achievements for it. But like my original intent was just right. Like I bought the game because I was like, I saw it on Steam and I was like, that seems like some good crack.
Oh, it's a good game.
So I went into it not expecting much, but I went in there. About halfway through, I decided, well, fuck it. Like, there's obviously a bunch of Easter eggs and like a little bit of a challenge to get in all the bios. So I'm just gonna get all of it, and I did it in 8 hours. But that's because I wanted to do it. I didn't get the normal like viewership that I do for other games, but it was what I wanted to do, so that's what I did, and we got a
Yeah,
few new people in the
true.
community for it. But as I
I mean,
said, just do what you enjoy doing, and then yeah, obviously when you're starting off, it's going to be hard to make something
hmm
like I struggle. I still struggle. Like you might think I don't, but I do. Even I struggle to make some shit like I struggle to make a lot of shit entertaining. What I think is entertaining anyway. Um, but it's not something that you'll train up in like even a year. It's something that
uh,
you consistently have to work on. But a good start to that is just stream what you want to play.
mhm.
Then go back, look what you did, correct a few things. Go, okay,
Yeah,
here I could have done this. I could have bounced off of that, and slowly get on top of it. Like slowly make progression. But
that's
because you're
something I
doing
don't do enough.
because you're doing it
Exactly.
on stuff that you enjoy, it's gonna be 10 times easier on you.
That's true. Because obviously you can't force yourself to enjoy something just for the sake of people watching you.
No, exactly. That's why I don't play Among Us. I know there's quite a few people in the community that would love to see me fucking suffer on Among Us.
I mean,
Um,
I
but
I think
I
we got
can't.
you off on the wrong start with that game. That's kind of our bad.
So Dan, no, it's not that. I did try and play it off stream, but even then I was just getting dogged on by other pre-mades, just because I wasn't their pre-made, and it just yeah, the whole thing just sort of went nah.
Because what I do, I just join the Among Us Discord channel and just find a lobby with 10 people.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Mm.
I mean, of course, if you don't want to play it, you don't have to play it. But
Yeah, I don't know.
I enjoy
I
doing it
that
that way.
like just my overall experience. Just yeah. Anyway, enough about me. Uh, so you sort of enjoy more creative shit. So I'm interested to see your answer to the next question,
Yeah,
which
go ahead.
is who do you look up to as a streamer or content creator?
I mean,
Like
I don't.
YouTuber, Viner, rest in pieces, TikTok, whatever you can think of. Content creator, even celebrities like actors, whatever. As long as you can explain why, who do you look up to? Who do you want to take
I mean,
after, if you will?
the thing is, I don't really watch that much Twitch in my free time. I do watch you obviously and some Tarkov streamers from time to time, but mostly I'm just
You don't
watching
have to
Netflix
say
and
that
stuff.
just because you're here.
No, but I'm in your stream a lot of times. I mean, but on YouTube, um, I do watch a couple people though. I mean, I really like the way that the whole Misfits group grew and what they did, and like the funny CS:GO stuff that they did. I
Yeah,
was a big fan of Swagger Souls and Fits back in the days already,
I've got a few old episodes.
and of course their podcast as well. I love it as well.
Yeah,
But like the kind of content that they make is something that I would enjoy very much making
yeah.
myself. But I have to work on my uh like what's the word, improvisation skills.
Your
I
improv
want to do
skills.
something more with improvisation and on the spot and being funny and getting into funny situations and stuff
I
like that.
mean,
But I just, I mean, and
you
it'll
gotta
be a
start.
hard work.
You
Good.
just gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. 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 Of
That's
course.
literally the only advice I'll give you right now is start somewhere and work from there. Because if you don't start anywhere with that kind of thing, you're not gonna really go anywhere. That's why
Yeah.
we've sort of taken a break with the podcast. We're not taking a break, obviously, but we've still got a couple of episodes recorded while we've not been uploading them. But we it took us a while to sort of find what we wanted for it, and now we have we've got a vision for what we want of it, and so we just said, okay, well, we're not going to upload for a little bit whilst we get the whole branding thing sorted.
Yeah.
We're going to be back soon, but it's going to be a bit different. um it's not going to be what it was. um it's going to be more off the cuff, just a train wreck, if you will. If you've listened to the episode with Medal, it's going to be more like that. And
All right.
that's pretty much we start off on a certain subject, but then go off on tangent after tangent and just throwing off of each other.
Yeah.
So we can try get you in. Try get you in. We can get you in for another episode of the podcast and try it out like that, because you experienced what we were doing before. So maybe if we get you on now, it'll be a little bit different, and it could help you.
I mean, not gonna lie, I was a little bit intimidated in the first podcast because I get thrown on the spot like that sometimes. I mean, that's good, of course, but
What do you mean you got intimidated?
no, I don't know. Like you guys just naturally keep talking and talking and talking about stuff. I'm just sitting here like, oh, what can I say? I don't know. What can I say?
Dan, as I said, you just got to start somewhere.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
even now. I'm just chatting shit, but yeah, if you start somewhere and start building off of that, it'll come. As long as you keep working on it, it'll come. But you have to start somewhere for that, for you to be able to build on that.
I know, but it's difficult. Sometimes I just don't know where to start,
So
and if
you
I
stream,
decide, oh,
yeah?
I'm gonna start here, but
Have you
I don't know
considered
if that will be
have
good
you
enough.
considered this goes on to a question further along the line, but have you considered trying to make YouTube videos?
I mean, I've thought about it, but I mean, I don't know actually.
Right.
Because to make YouTube videos,
I'll give you a little task. Right.
yeah.
Well, at some point, like, no time limit, but sit yourself down for 30 minutes to an hour. You've got NVIDIA, you've got GeForce, right?
Yeah, I do.
Make sure mic's on, and like you've got all the recording stuff set up, or even use OBS. And anyone will do. But sit yourself down. Put yourself in as you said, creativity. Put yourself in front of Minecraft. Give yourself a task to do. So think of stuff ahead of time, but give yourself a project to do, and then sit yourself down for that half hour to an hour. Hit record, and just try and talk about stuff consistently for that period of time. If there's pauses, doesn't matter. But once you've done that, go back, watch it. Watch.
Okay.
It's painful at the beginning.
Oh, I bet it will be.
But it's all about like that exercise is literally just training and you trying to improv. So if you sit yourself, like, an hour might be a bit much, especially at the start. But sit yourself down for 15 minutes. Give yourself a task to do in Minecraft, and don't stop talking. Doesn't matter what the fuck bollocks you're talking. Just it's a good way to start. Then once you get comfortable with constantly talking, and whilst you're doing stuff, then you can start expanding and going, okay, well, I've got, like, I want to do this. Start, like, saying that, like, talk your way through it. So say you're working on a redstone construction.
Yeah.
Talk your way through it. So you're going, right, I want to make this. We'll start it off with this. Then if we combine this into that, like, explain your way. Like, this is a really bad example of how to do it, but it's just a brief example of, like, okay, so if we've got this redstone signal going into this comparator, or this repeater going into this repeater, it's locked, so that's fine for us. So we move on to the next bit of the circuit, stuff like that. Just
so
if you can't think of anything to talk about, just bounce off of what you're doing in the moment. So say something pops on screen, or like you suddenly get attacked by a creeper, then you react to that. That's a good way to start getting yourself used to talking all the time as well.
Fair enough. Right now, I'll definitely give that a try. Because I've been on Twitch for like 7 months now. Of course, obviously, I haven't been streaming for 7 months, but at the whole 7 months time, I have literally never watched my own stream. I've never watched it back, and I know I should. But one, I also hate hearing my own voice. But I mean, almost everyone does. Just have to get used to it.
Yeah. That's even something I'm not comfortable with. Like, I mentioned the old CS:GO videos that I have, right? Some of them are alright, but even if it's just I had this, like, I did this in a certain video, that's a good idea, I should go rewatch that to see if I can implement that into something else. Even rewatching that is sort of, it grinds at you, but it's just something you get used to. I don't like it, but hey, if you want to get better, there's no better way to do it.
Yeah, that's true though. If only there was a magical way to do shit. There isn't, so hard work, that's the only thing.
Genie, oh genie.
please give me super Twitch powers. Make me ninja. No, make me Shroud. That would be better.
Yeah. Slightly more mature audience.
Yeah.
Not by a lot, but just a bit.
All right.
But yeah, so that's sort of leads me on partially to the next question, which is what is your eventual goal? Obviously, there's the whole getting better, a little bit of improv. Is there anything else?
I mean, the real goal that I want is just to have a community that is interested in the same stuff as me. Like to have this group of people that I can play games with and stuff. That has been my goal from the beginning. Is I still find myself in situations where I just keep playing stuff on my own. But I want to play with more people and get more communities and stuff.
As I said, as I always say, if you want to play something, obviously not always available, but if you've got a specific game in mind, then hit me up and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I know. But like a lot of times you're streaming and doing your own thing, and I just don't want to
Then
interrupt with
be a
that. Of course,
penis and drop your dick on the table, and like if you're like you'd never be an inconvenience. If anything, I'm just gonna be like, well, I've got a full squad of people, and I did say I was gonna play with them, so another time, Dan. But that's like the worst scenario, you know. Like I'm not gonna be like, no, fuck off, Dan. I'm busy. Like Meg.
No, I know, but I don't know. It's just I'm not. I mean, the whole introverted shit and stuff. I just don't want to be an inconvenience to people at any point in time, even though I know that I wouldn't be, but it feels like I am.
But you ain't.
But that's something I have to work on personally.
Yeah.
So
That's one of the reasons my DMs are always open.
yeah, sure.
Like, literally.
And I appreciate that.
It's not an inconvenience. You just like even if it's like personal shit, I never see it as an inconvenience or a burden. It's a okay, this person around me, like this is a bit like it's gonna sound really cynical, or some people might take this a bad way, but this is like the easiest way to explain the way I think about it is this person around me. Like I like to take care of the people around me, especially like mental health wise.
Yeah.
But I never see it as an inconvenience or a again or a burden. It's more of a this person, close or not, this person around me has problems or is like needs some advice or just needs to vent. It's a passing thing. It's I'll help you out, or I'll give you advice, or I'll just listen to you, and then I'm not gonna think about it again. Obviously, I will think about it again, but it's not gonna like impact me in any way. I'll think about it as in, is there any better advice I could have given them? Is there anything I can add on after the fact? But I'm never gonna think of it as an inconvenience or a burden.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not good if you take that stuff and just drag it into your own shit that you're dealing with. Like,
No,
if you have, like,
generally have a really good separation for that.
okay, that's good.
That's why I'm just anyone. Just if you need something, then DMs are open. If I can help with it, then I'll help. But if I can't, I'll be like, well, I can't help. Here's why.
No, but I appreciate that, man. And I assume that goes for other people in the stream as well, of course.
Well, it goes for everyone.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
if you guys need
Anyway,
them,
getting back onto you
yeah.
a bit more. When do you consider you've made it? Obviously, you want to work on a lot of stuff,
hmm
and you want to build a bit more of a community. But when can you say sit back, relax, and say, okay, I'm happy with what I've done?
Just, I mean, getting to a point of where Twitch is what you do for a living. That's not something that I. Of course, it would be nice, but it's not something that I add my mindset to.
Mm.
Like, it's not. Oh, I have to grind this shit and get many viewers and make lots of money.
Remember to
That's
sub
not what
with
it's all about.
Prime.
Yeah, also that. But
It's upside down, but yeah, Prime.
yeah, you actually bought that stuff.
Yeah, it was a huge discount. It's a nice hoodie. It's
Okay.
a really nice hoodie actually. I buy it at a discount, but like it's actually like no joke, no shilling. It's actually a really nice hoodie.
By the way, use code Daddy has to get the
I
10% off.
wish.
No, but what I really want is just a stream with a decent amount of viewers. I'm not talking hundreds of people. Like 10 people consistently would be a huge deal for me already.
Mm,
Because when I stream now, usually I don't get that many viewers, if any. But I still have a good time. But it
yeah,
just would be better if I had some people to interact with.
as I said, mate, and that comes down to you building a community.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, do stuff you enjoy, build on it, and the rest will follow. Sometimes it takes a while. Like I'm not a stranger to shit streams where you've got like maybe like one or even zero people watching you. I'm not a stranger to that. Like I still have them to this day. Um, Obviously because I stream for extensive amounts of time like all at once, it's a lot less. Like I'll see it a lot less because say I'm having a really shit stream and then I change game, or I'm just like not feeling great and switch game and like it bounces back. So obviously I feel that impact a lot less. But if you're not in a situation where you can stream for long periods of time, then yeah, you're gonna feel that a lot more. Um,
yeah.
but you're always gonna have those days. Like I have those days. People that get even people that get hundreds of viewers, right? They still have shit streams.
Of course,
Not
yeah.
not to say that it was a bad stream, just they felt that it went badly. Like no
Yeah,
matter what level you're at, there's always gonna be like a previous experience, or you see other people doing better, and that's always gonna be, oh, I did bad. No, you just didn't do as good as you have. But that could be down to anything. That could be down to what people are doing, or the time of day, or like the day of the week. Because I'm really inconsistent. Like I stream weekdays most of the time. Obviously, this is the first Sunday I've had off work since I started at this job. Um, Poggers, but um, I usually stream weekdays, which is terrible for someone who streams long hours like I do. Because if I was really to try and capitalize on the hours that I streamed, I would stream like mostly on weekends. But obviously
yeah.
with
When
my
people
job,
have time.
I can't do that. So like out of all the people, I see shit times on stream uh, more than anyone because I stream mostly on weekdays when people are at work, at school, uh, like you still in bed, you name it. But you just got to remember these streams happen, and you
They
just
will
gotta
always
go.
be happening.
They will always happen, but you just gotta remember. Okay, why was it bad, or why did I think it was bad? What can I do to improve, or what can I do to prevent that scenario happening again? Obviously, there's always factors that you can't account for or you can't improve, but there is always a sense of, if you try and help, if you try and see what the issue was, and you do see, oh, there was this tiny small thing, and you work on that for yourself, that'll give you a better perspective of it for next time.
Yeah, I just got to reflect more on my stuff.
Hmm. As I
'Cause-
said, do that exercise, and
yeah.
that not only will that get slowly get you better. First couple of times, maybe don't upload them,
No,
but
no, definitely not.
like at some point after a few, like cut it up into into say you record a 30 minute, right, cut it up into like a 20 minute, cut out some like parts you find really boring, then send it over to me and I'll give you some feedback.
All right.
But
Yeah,
if
I'll
you
do
do
that.
that exercise, you'll get a little bit better at just constantly talking, doing a little bit of improv, and getting more comfortable with, like as you said, making shit entertaining.
Yeah. I
um,
mean, it's the same with anything. Like you have to put the hours into it to grow and learn from your
yes,
mistakes.
yes.
It's
Um,
with anything in life.
reflect, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so that does actually. I know I've said it a lot, but next question was, what are your plans for the future? So obviously you want to improve a lot. There's a lot of things you wanna build on. Plans for your stream, or are you gonna take that training idea and sort of see where you can take it on other platforms as well as on Twitch? Like what are you thinking?
I mean, as when I have practiced a bit and I'm comfortable with stuff that I do, and maybe I could extend to stuff on YouTube. But for now, I'm gonna just keep it on Twitch. Like see what people in chat have to say about stuff as well. Get feedback from them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe upload some clips or VOD footage. But I'm not gonna make any like YouTube specific videos yet. Stuff
Yeah.
like that. That's not something that I'm planning on in the next foreseeable future. So yeah, that's that's basically it. I mean, I haven't thought this completely through yet, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just kind of started. Oh yeah, this looks fun. Like let's do this.
That's all the way is always the way you want to go though. If you see, hey, this looks like a good opportunity or this looks fun, I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah,
That's where the best opportunities come from though.
because if you
So
don't try it out, then
keep
maybe you
doing
find regretting
that,
yourself.
bitch. Like, don't shoot yourself in the foot. Um,
Yeah.
okay, leading up to the end. So if anyone in chat has any questions for Dan, ask them in chat, and we'll get through them very shortly. But what games are you most excited for that have come out in the last year or are coming out in the next year?
To be fair, I haven't been paying a lot of attention to what's happening in the real world.
IRL.
Yeah, and also like I don't keep up with gaming news that much.
Mm.
A little bit less than I should probably. But whenever I see like new games on either YouTube or people playing it on Twitch, I usually give them a little look, like look at the trailer, watch some gameplay, and if I like it, then I'll play it. but I don't really get that hyped for stuff
Hmm.
that's coming out in the future before I've actually seen gameplay of it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Well, let me ask that question to you. What are you looking forward to from games?
So I was looking forward to Outer Worlds coming out on PC. Obviously, now I've played through it and
Yeah.
completed it. But I plan on at some point in the future. I don't know if I'm gonna do it recently. Like soon or not. But I'm gonna redo a run of Outer Worlds, but completely different. So pretty much I helped my fellow colonists that were frozen and saved them and did the good thing.
Yeah,
So
the good path.
whilst being an absolute fucking moron and a dick because I put all my points in melee and dialogue, but I'm gonna redo a run where I'm just an absolute corporate shill and just do everything for the board, which should be quite interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to playing myself some what's it called? Some Watchdog Legions because it looks right up my alley. The whole aesthetic and everything, it just fits me. Like when I saw the trailers for it, I was just like, fits me.
I've always been kind of interested in Watch Dogs, but I never picked it up
I was
myself.
really pumped for the first one,
Yeah, same.
but then it came out and I watched some gameplay of it, and it was just an absolute shambolic mess of bugs. So I steered clear of it. Watch Dogs 2 came out, still didn't pay any attention to it, but Watch Dogs Legions, that might be the savior.
Was Watch Dogs 1 on PlayStation 4?
I
Or
believe
3?
4.
Because I think that was the problem for me. I was really looking forward to Watch Dogs 1 when it got first announced, but I was still stuck on my PlayStation 3, and I just wasn't
Yeah,
allowed to
I'm
get
pretty
an
sure.
upgrade.
Yeah,
And then
I'm pretty sure it was 4 and PC.
yeah, then I just lost track of it.
Mm.
But yeah,
Like up until
Legion.
like I want to say like 6 months. I want to say 6 months ago, but it's probably not that. Up until then, I didn't actually know there was a Watch Dogs 2. Like I'd completely missed it.
Oh.
Like up until very recently, I didn't know there was a Watch Dogs 2. So when I was like, oh hell yeah, Watch Dogs Legion is coming out, and I see all this shit about Watch Dogs 2 getting one upped, I was like, huh? What?
There is a 2? Huh?
There's a 2? Yeah. As for Cyberpunk 2077, I've never been on the hype train for that. I've had friends that were, like, way back when. Obviously, all the memes about it are hilarious. So that's fun to watch in the sidelines. But I'm not really planning on playing it myself unless I see some gameplay and it actually looks like something I would play. But it's not something I'm really excited about. What other games are coming out? Outer Worlds,
I don't really
Cyberpunk,
know, to be honest.
Watch Dogs Legion. Oh, I don't think it came out in the last year, but I do plan on at some point trying Frostpunk. You know that city building moral game. I do plan on trying that.
What's the
I've
name
been.
again?
It's Frostpunk, I believe. It's like this city management, moral choices kind of thing in the snow. Like it's a post-apocalyptic. The world has frozen over. You're in charge of this city, kind of thing. I I've been very torn about trying it out because it looks like a game that I'd play a little bit, but then abandon. But I do kind of want to try it at the same time.
I haven't heard or seen there's a game before, so I don't
So
really know.
I'm really like, I'm just gonna wait for it to go on sale enough, and then maybe.
Oh, one game that I'm kind of excited about,
Yeah.
but I like the Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I
Oh,
I love some Assassin's Creed games in the past, but I kind of lost touch with them. I didn't play any of them for
they
so
lost
long.
me. They lost me at 3. I played so much of Assassin's Creed 3 on my PS3. A lot of threes, I know. But I played so much of it, and I did all the fucking side quests and getting all the feathers, and it just gave me PTSD for any of the Assassin's Creed games. So since 3, I haven't really looked at any at all. I did look at the one in Paris, um, a little bit, but never like planned on playing it. But just the feathers, man, the feathers. It's so bad. Like when you have to fill, like, I get that it's a good thing for completionists
Yeah, I guess.
and some people enjoy that kind of thing, that sort of distraction where you can spend like hundreds and hundreds of hours just doing these small things. But when it's a game like Assassin's Creed 3, you don't really. That is like counterproductive, and it just feels out of place in a game like Assassin's Creed 3 was. Because you were already liberating forts, doing fetch quests, getting pages for what's his name? This,
I don't remember.
but yeah, you're already. These are just the main stuff, right? You're getting
Yeah,
pages
yeah,
for
yeah.
a book. You're liberating fortresses. You're fighting the English off. Because obviously it's based in colonial England during the Revolution. Um, you're like stirring riots, all that, assassinating
A lot of
targets,
shit.
a lot of shit, and that's just the
Yeah.
main story stuff. The feathers, like I get because Connor, if I'm remembering correctly, I should know this off by heart because I played so much of it. But Connor, I believe is the main character. I think that's the right name, but the main
I think so.
character has like a Aboriginal origins because he's from this Indian tribe. I get it kind of fits in with his character, but it just feels out of place to the rest of the game because as soon as he gets out of that initial training and like first 3-4 missions after that, after he gets out of that period, none of it is mentioned ever again. There's a
I
few
don't remember that much
callbacks.
stuff from
There's a few
3.
callbacks later on in the game, but it's just passing, and it's more to do with his origin. Um, and it's just something that feels like completely out of place, and that kind of ruined the whole Assassin's Creed. It just felt like they didn't really know what they were doing with that, so they just went, "Oh yeah, this fits. Collecting feathers as an Aboriginal. Let's whack this in here, and put like 400 of them all over the map, in really fucking awkward places and glitchy spaces. Might I add, the amount of times I fell off cliffs to
Trying to
get
get him.
stuck in between trees and permafall. The amount of times that happened to me, just no,
So you never played it after that.
never,
Never.
never. I got to
Fair
like
enough.
98% completion and just fucking yeeted that shit. I've
Not
still
even
got the
100%.
disc somewhere. I've still got the disc somewhere.
Maybe a completionist stream soon.
No, because it's on a PS3, and yeah, fuck buying $100 graphics card for
Yeah, okay.
like
Fair enough.
pain and suffering for hours on end again.
Okay. No, but for like other games, I don't really know. I have a feeling that not that many cool or exciting games are even getting released nowadays. I mean, of course, the whole situation where the world is at right now, people can't put as much time into stuff as they want to, of course. But
What do you mean? Like
I mean,
now
because
is the
you
prime
can't go
time.
to
That
companies and stuff
now
and
is a
with the
prime time. Like there's never been a period in recent history where people have had as much disposable time.
yeah, they have time, but they also have to be able to use that time usefully. Because you can't go
I
to
don't
your
think you
office most
realize.
likely.
I don't think you realize. Like England just went into another lockdown.
Yeah, same here.
Like we literally just went. We're going into it Thursday. Again for the second time, and all non-essential workers like bars, restaurants, all that are off again. Like
Hmm.
people have never had so much time at home, not being able to go out and do stuff with their friends. There's never been more of an excuse to do that sort of thing.
I mean, yeah, of course, it will be beneficial for game developers to release games right now because people can play them a lot. But they also have to be able to actually make the games. Because usually they're like big teams working at it, but now everyone's just separated at home. You have to do it over voice chat and stuff like that. It's just an
Yeah,
inconvenience.
it's a big inconvenience, yeah, but like the few games that have been released have seen like just because of quarantine itself, I'd assume the amount of game sales have like just skyrocketed. I know, and up until the whole film that shall not be mentioned on the Netflix platform
Yeah,
happened. Up until that, Netflix's subscriptions went way up. Their
yeah.
stock went up so many points because of it. Um, and then, well, I mean, they kind of botched that whole thing. So now Netflix is in the dog shit.
That
I
was
mean,
stupid movie, man.
I don't expect they're gonna fail like anytime soon.
No,
But
they're way too good.
everything has just that spike. Yeah, that's gone down like times three. So like I know I personally I like even me I personally I had to sit through that film for the podcast, right? Well, I didn't have to, but I chose to so I could
Yeah,
give an informed opinion on it. But I after that I cancelled my Netflix subscription. I've still got
really.
Amazon Prime Video, but I no longer have Netflix. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
refuse. I'm not planning on getting Netflix back anytime soon. And they keep sending me emails or saying, "Oh, here's a discount. Come back, please." But
I'm
I don't plan on it anytime soon. That film should have never even been considered. I'm sorry, but
no,
no.
but do you consider the Amazon Prime stuff to be better than Netflix?
I wouldn't say better. There's a lot of good stuff on Amazon Prime Video. Like, but there's a lot of shit as well. Like, there's a mountain of crap on Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, also a lot of so shit it's good on Amazon Prime Video. Killer Pinata being a prime example. That's so terrible, but it's a great film to get drunk with your mates in front of. It's one of why 69 alerts comes from. These goth farm fragging chips. That's where that comes from. Killer Pinata on Amazon Prime Video. But
Yeah, I've
recently
never
I've
seen that.
been watching. I watched the series for Truth Seekers. It's the paranormal. Like it's sort of a paranormal with futuristic technology kind of series.
Hmm.
Um, and that's great. Like, yeah, it's got a lot of flaws, but it's a great series just to sit down and go, like, I've got nothing else. Like, not I've got nothing else to do, but I finished all my main series. I'm gonna sit down and watch this, and it's a good time.
What is it, like Black Mirror?
I've never watched Black Mirror.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's so good. Black Mirror, that was awesome. I
I do.
really love that.
I've been planning on it, but I never got round to it. I will eventually.
You should
But
definitely do it if you have
another
time.
series that I've been watching on Amazon Prime Video that is
The Boys.
absolutely great. Well, season 2 of The Boys is a bit meh. Season 1 was great. Don't get me wrong. Like, season 1 was the shit. Season 2 is a bit more. So we'll see.
I mean, it's always better than season 1, isn't it?
But I've been watching another series called Black Flags, and it's about it's about the whole pirates thing.
Yeah.
And
Isn't that like kind of an old series? Black Flags? I remember seeing stuff of it like a couple of years back.
I don't know, but I'm on season 4 and it's great so far. Like, it's a good mix between so like an author's fiction and real events.
Yeah.
It's a great series. It's got good character arcs. That is one thing that it has going for it a lot more than other series these days is character arcs. Black Flags on Amazon Prime Video, not sponsored, but I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, you should, like, if you have it, go watch it. If you're even if you just like the first few Pirates of the Caribbean, it's more serious, as in it's more less fantasy, more based in reality than Pirates of the Caribbean. But
I
it's
did
got
love me
that
some
same
Pirates of the Caribbean.
it's got that same grimy like pirate vibe with a lot more brutality, obviously, because it's not Disney.
So I was thinking about maybe getting Amazon Prime, just for one reason only. I've been wanting to watch The Office for so long, but I just can't find it anywhere. The Office US.
Yeah, I trust. I'm sorry. I love Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais is an amazing actor and comedian, but the UK Office, I've never. I do plan on watching the US Office, but the UK version of The Office, I watched the first few episodes, like the first 2-3 episodes. It's shambolic, man. They absolutely murdered him. It's like it's terrible 80s comedy done badly. Like, terrible 80s comedy is great. Monty Python, Blackadder, Red Dwarf, all that stuff, great. But it's that done absolutely terribly. So don't watch UK The Office, watch US The Office.
Yeah. I was planning on watching the US.
As much as I love Ricky Gervais, nah, fam. Missed me with that one.
I didn't even know there was a UK version, to be honest. Because I just know The Office from all the memes, and then my friends just keep bugging me about it. Like, oh, you haven't watched The Office? What the fuck are you doing?
Like, there's a few redeemable, but there's nothing worth really watching it. It's more of a waste of time, in my opinion. There's a few good moments, but for the amount of, like, just overdrawn, badly done, badly directed scenes. It's just like, nah.
You know, now that you mentioned Monty Python, I feel like I have to go back and watch those again at some
Oh,
point.
mate. Well, we can watch them together.
Mm,
Hey,
Netflix and chill. Oh wait,
no,
Amazon Prime and chill.
Discord and chill, or Prime live stream and chill.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
something else I have
that's
to
a
rewatch.
thing now, isn't it? If you've got
Yeah,
Twitch
apparently so.
Prime, yeah.
But I have to get Twitch Prime to be able to watch it with you if you would
Yeah,
like stream
yeah,
it.
obviously. But, yeah, we could do a movie night here or there.
Yeah. Stuff like Monty
But
Python,
I actually need
even Little
people.
Britain.
I actually need people to actually commit to a movie night for me to do one.
Yeah.
I've tried, but meh.
I've watched the second Borat movie with Gaza
The
lately.
subsequent movie film.
It was
It's
I just love the first Borat so much.
Your wife is very nice.
It's very nice.
Mr. Penis, I bought you woman. I bought you girl.
It's just such an over the top character. It's
I
so
agree.
good.
I bring glory back to the nation of Kazakhstan.
He's the people who invented them is just fucking amazing. Genius.
I am off to USA.
USA, yeah.
I've got a little bit of a confession. I was in on all the Borat memes, but I'd never actually seen it. The first Borat.
Oh. But
Up
you see the
until
second, right?
up until literally last week, and then I saw the subsequent movie film came out,
Yeah.
and I was like, right, I'm actually gonna watch it now. So I binge watched both of the movies back to back, and
Very good, right?
very
No,
nice.
very nice.
Have
Very nice.
fun.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking Borat, man.
Good shit. Good shit. It's that trash comedy that just works.
It really does. And it's hard to pull off, but they fucking nailed it.
They nail it. Yeah, like it pains me to classify it as that, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's grimy trash comedy. Full of stereotypes and everything, but that kind of comedy, if done correctly, is the best kind of comedy.
Yeah.
It's
It's way
just
better than all those
really
cheesy
hard
comedy
to
movies.
pull off, but they nailed it.
My favorite kind of movies is those ridiculous, like very bad comedy kind of movies, but they're just so good because they're like in a way so bad.
Yeah. Anyway, we went on a huge tangent there. Let's end this up. We can continue the conversation if you're gonna play a bit more Minecraft, but yeah, I think that's.
Wanna play some
it.
Phasmophobia later as well, maybe?